Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Fire Emblem Black Fang. Today I will be playing Chapter 15, Pallor Mortis. In a dramatic reversal, the Black Fang successfully crippled the White Fang's offensive. At last, a moment of peace for the Fang. They continue their course back to the Western Isles where their financier, William, holds territory. The team begins to piece together some concerning leads about their confederate. The team docks at William's Manor on the Western Isles, this time in broad daylight. Yet the manor seems strangely vacant. The shore and major revelations lie just on the horizon. Chapter 15, Pallor Mortis. Gentlemen, I can't begin to express how proud I am of this entire outlet. You did good, as I remember. Godspeed, land crabs. You aren't coming along, McLear? Nah, I'm head out. Gotta fix up this new ship the White Fang gifted me. And teach me boys some fresh sea shanties. Well, we're truly grateful, McLear. We certainly could not have survived this without you. Ah, no worries, lass. Our courses will collide for y'all know it. Teams all landed, ready to take on another fleet of zombie butlers, or is William gonna let us through this time? Not that I care. Luke raises a good point. Where is everyone? I don't see a single sentry. No lights either. Well, then we have no choice but to let ourselves in. William's Manor. It's super dark in here, and clearly very vacant. No joke, it's completely abandoned. Looks somewhat sudden, too. This may be our only chance to get an unadulterated look at William's unique incumbency. If he's truly blameless, this will be our chance to exonerate him. I see what you're doing, but I can't deny your logic holds. We'll split up and regroup with anything we find. Nothing useful so far. Jonas is probably right, though. I'm not being impartial on this. I just don't see why William would be a problem for us. Even if he was some kind of dragon, what's wrong with that? Huh? What's this? Now we're on to something. Is this a prison or a laboratory? It's kind of hard to tell. Huh? What? Who's there? The danger that doesn't die. Oh geez, what in the... Betrayed, all betrayed. What is all of this? Numb, so numb. Yeek! I gotta get out of here and tell the others. That's some impressive portraits there for sort of throwaway use. Chadwick skims the throne, Hannah checks the basement. But the secrets are always in the accounting records. Here we go. This is, if what I'm reading is correct, it means that William was actually using the Braden's bandits to extract gold from the miners and to traffic children, raising another generation of bandit labor. Actually, not just Braden's Island bandits. It looks like the Gold Mountain bandits did as well. So was their attack on us last week just coincidental? Or has he been out for blood since we didn't turn in that scroll he requested until now? It looks like he's also changed names a few times, claiming to be the child of, well, what's clearly himself. I guess if you're rich enough, people ask less questions. I'll have to bring this to Chadwick and give him some time to digest it all. He won't be thrilled to hear that William was probably going to consume Hannah's life energy had we not stepped in. Yo, we're seeing movement on the horizon. It looks like Bern? Bern? What in blazes would they be doing this far west? Chadwick, I found... It's gonna have to wait, Jonas. Everyone take defensive formation. We can't let anyone in here until we get a chance to turn over every last scroll. You think they're going to wreck up the place? Not before I wreck their shit. Well, where's everyone going? I need to tell them about this. Here is the estate. I am unsure if Count Gloucester remains on the premises. We appreciate your guidance, Count Reglay. I understand that you are to attend an audience with our enlightened queen. Indeed, though I am unsure when the queen may arrive. I had best make the preparations. Well, of course. Expect our queen will receive the utmost quality reception. Likely no issue for one such as yourself. I suppose. In any case, as Mage General, I must insist that your contractual concerns with Count Gloucester be resolved with no harm done to the local citizens. Truth be told, we have suspicions about the Count and intend to sequestrate the manor once we receive key evidence from an interested party investigating on the kingdom's behalf. They should be returning from Nabata within days. Yes, all very good. You must be on your way then? Yes, I suppose I must. Take care, Argos, 3rd Dragon Rider Brigadier General. Well met, Argos, be well. He finally gone? Indeed, another learned man. Egghead, more like. Let us be on with this dismal task. My men will raise the entire estate. Our diplomatic immunity will protect us from the Etrurians, and the king will protect us from the queen's ire. William would have us destroy all evidence of his work? This is fact. What the count requests, the king concurs. He is our man behind the Etrurian pomp. Our queen would have a soft prince differential to these pretenders. With a man on the inside, we can have an Etrurian surrender within the next decade, and more importantly, my family name will rise to the ranks. Understood, show your valor. I will press the advantage once we have closed in. I imagine such an estate will have already attracted looters. It is of no consequence. I will kill any that stand before my ascent. Alright, see you in a bit. Just before I start, I want to show the augury. I know we're not on good terms, but I could give some technical advice if you'll pay for my service. Bern won't spare me if you lose. You will pay the 80 gold? The situation for the common folk is dire. Reach them soon, fly fast and free. Aid will be easy to acquire. Also, the enemy is from Bern. Do you have allies from Bern you can ask for advice? Lastly, I see a ballista. Talk to your bowman and give instruction. You understand what I said? Okay, and I will start. I'll deploy Jacoby and bring Leaf. Okay, and no... I don't know what I was saying. So the objective is just to survive. I suppose it doesn't tell us how many turns we have to survive right now. And then I believe this is the only character really of interest. There's Argos, a higher ranking commander of Bern's military, Smug. He comes with these, and if you defeat him, you get an Elysian Whip. There's a village here we want to get to, and there's a village here, and yeah, so since it's been a couple years since I played this game last, I'm not sure what the reinforcements will look like, but I'm going to try to send Delphia down to the eastern village. So when I'm recording this, I think I just scheduled an upload for chapter 12. I cut out a lot of the player phase, just because I wanted to try to keep I was trying to keep the video to be not too much over an hour, because I don't know if people watching this really want the time investment to put in a lot of time, or if they'd prefer this is almost more like a VOD where they just watch everything. So if anyone has opinions on that, please share them with me so that I know what's more interesting to watch and I can decide what to cut or not to cut. The bandits are one thing, but now an army on the horizon? Please, mister, summon your lord to aid us. He must speak with them. Oh, biscuits. My apologies. The Master Lord has gone on a trip. I don't know when he is to return. That's not good enough. I can't protect this town from an entire army. Please, to abandon us now, the Lord is most negligent. Silence! We shall not tolerate this insolence and ingratitude. These isles owe our Lord an immeasurable debt of praise. Come, Spez, we shall see off these trespassers. Very, very sorry. Yeah, the only reason I brought Paul and Jackie along was because if they speak to Chadwick, I think certain things happen. Jackie, I need you to tell me if you know anything useful about who we're up against here. Can we talk them down? I'm sorry, Chadwick, I'm still pretty novice as a Dragon Rider. I don't know a ton about the high-ranking types. The flags look like 3rd Dragon Rider detachment. I think that falls to Argos. He's a very loyal axeman for King Desmond. Me and Paul mostly work under the Queen's direction. And based on what you were saying before that sacked village, the two don't exactly get along. Precisely, that about sums it up. I don't think they'd know or care who we are, even if either me or Paul stepped in to say something. They'd just cut us down to save on paperwork. I'm truly loyal to Bern and the people's best interests. I trust that the Queen is too. But I'm not naive enough to think that there aren't bad apples among our ranks, careerists and the like. Damn, alright. I guess there's only one path forward. Be careful out there, Jackie. You'll be facing off against your own people out there. I'll be reigning in a Raug faction, Bern soldiers or not. This is what the Queen would want. When this is over, she will honor you for your efforts. Let's live long enough to verify that. Oh, and Jackie, I just pulled this off that last one I killed. I hope he wasn't a friend. No, but he was handsome. Seems tragic meeting this way. What if, you know... And then we can have Paul talk with Chadwick. Paul, you don't have any insight to offer about these Bern forces, do you? No good news, I'm afraid. That banner is 3rd detachment. The guy in charge of it is a real prick, goes by Argos. Goes by, as in that's not his real name? Well, it's real, but see, Dragon Riders sometimes take on warrior names when they complete their training and become genuine officers. Jackie is not quite there yet. Not sure what she was planning to take. I guess that explains some of the odd names I've seen before. Like Wind, Fury, Zephyr. I didn't realize that it was a soldier culture thing. In any case, it's bad news. Argos is mean-spirited and thuggish. He'd burned down the continent so his family could sit closer to the throne. I won't be able to talk him down. No point in even trying. Alright, in that case I won't ask you to. If I find myself close enough to chat, I'll stick him with this instead. So we just acquired a stiletto. Has high crit, as it says, like 45 crit, and kills mages. So to compare that to the Killing Edge, it has a crit of only 30. So super high crit. So yeah, that's what you can get if you talk to Chadwick with these two characters. We now have Espezrazi, or just Espez, and Basil. So we met them both before, but I don't think we've been able to see the descriptions yet. A quirky major domo serving in Etruria. Accent is foreign. He's level 9 bishop with these stats, and then we have Basil or Basil. William's devoted butler, confirmed bachelor. and he's also a bishop. Interestingly, he doesn't have a profile thing, like a mini mug. I believe we can recruit Espez with anyone and then recruit Basil with Espez. So... Oh, blessed be the Black Fang! You look like you're in trouble. Excellent, excellent, joyous me. I shall follow your lead. Guide me, save the people. We will try. Okay, now Espez can talk to Basil. Sir Basil, Sir Basil! Yes, what is it? The Black Fang have arrived to aid us. Chadwick leads them. Our gracious lord must have planned for this. I am not a well fighter, so I will follow the orders from the fighting men. Will you join me? Work for another master? No, it must not be done. Cannot be done. I will fight in Count Gloucester's name. I don't understand, but my language is not so well. I trust. Be excellent, Basil. I see. So that didn't actually bring Basil over to our side, but we can... rescue him so he doesn't take our experience. But he might also be here to help us, so... He shouldn't be able to heal us though, because I think the Fortify would only apply to other green units, of which he's the only one. So I guess he can heal himself. So I remember this chapter being very difficult when I played it before, but I think when I played it before, I wasn't as good at getting experience. So some of my units, because I was trying not to promote them until level 20, they weren't promoted yet, and they didn't fare super well against these enemies. So we'll see now. I think basically everyone's promoted except 3 of my units, and Jackie and Paul I'm not planning to really use at all. I just wanted to get those free items with them and show off the dialogue. So maybe things will go more smoothly with this this playthrough. Maybe you can visit for me then. Hold on to this and don't under any circumstances give it to any mercenaries that come through here. I'll need it later to sneak attack the Black Fang. The Black Fang? What is that? A gang. They took something very special from me. Oh, I'm sorry. They killed someone you loved? What? Oh, no. They took... Well, it doesn't matter. Don't judge me. Aspasia, sir. Spaz is okay. Are you well? Not well, but hanging in there. I want to help more. The people here have suffered so much recently. I am being very sorry, little lady. I will try hard to protect your village and peoples. Sir Spez, I have this tome. Is this kind of magic useful for you? Sorry, very sorry, most sorry. I cannot read this. I see. Perhaps you have friends that can make use of it. Friends? Maybe these could be. I will bring them the tome. Maybe can protect village and even make friends. Such a kind little oddball. I hope he makes it out all right. Where's that girl? Where's my book? Damn it, it's happened again, hasn't it? Okay, we have a bolting tome now. You're not bandits, are you? No, you don't give off that vibe. You worry about bandits even this close to the manor? To be honest, I think the Lord of the Manor is coordinating with them. He seems to turn a blind eye to specific raids of theirs. The island needs a true protector. Someone you have in mind? There's a woman just barely older than me. She's already rallying support for an independent settlement here on the Isles. I've never seen her myself, but she sounds incredible. I've heard men call her the siren who leads men to ruin. How romantic is that? She sounds impressive indeed. Maybe you can get in there. Oh, nice. Nearly level 20. We're so close. If he has an axe weaver, then oh, I thought I'd have weapon trial equal advantage, but I was thinking through it wrong. That silver blade's a bit concerning, so I think I will equip my sword so I don't have weapon trial and gold disadvantage against it. So many more dudes. Oh, it's interesting that unit didn't attack. I guess they're not called Troubadour, they're called something else. Valkyrie. In case I didn't show it, soldier loyal to Bern, well trained. Alright, oh, you don't have any healing mass, do you? I believe they shouldn't be able to do a whole 16 damage. And, well, I guess they're not entirely dead, so I'll equip this. Not quite enough. Yeah, all these soldiers have silver lances. This won't be enough either. They'll still have, I think, 4 health or something. Oh, my calculation was way off. Okay, no more silver or brave axes guys left, but we still do have some other scary people. But Norris, if Norris has anything to say about it, he'll just crit them all into oblivion. Okay, Bada needs healing most. And you can use stabs, and you're even better with stabs than you are with magic, you just don't have any on you. We could do some staff trading to get all the heals in and everything. Wow, you have really low magic. Or at least compared to this really high res unit. I don't know if there's anything spells can do that's useful for right now, so I think I'll just move here. And I think that's everyone. Thank you for missing. I suppose one thing I could consider is trying to steal the Delphi thing that the boss has, because then Hannah could carry that as well. I don't know if I have anyone with any... Yeah, I don't have any rescue or warp staffs equipped on anyone, so that might not be possible. But I can at least move Paul closer for now. Arm every man in, woman. Have the young woman bring the children to the marsh. Arm the woman, but that's not proper. Proper would have them be the invader's prize. To the pit with proper. Understood, lass. I will keep a cudgel in me belt. Always thought it might come to a stabbing one of these days. I'll do as you say. Time is of the essence. Who's there? At ease, we're here to help. You're fighting off the Bern detachment or the bandits? Both? Both, it seems. Then I will aid you. And then I will find the lord of these lands and I will put his head on the block. I think... Move this way. So Echidna, a patriot and hero of the common folk. She's pretty cool and I like her portrait. These are his stats now. We double each other if I use. Oh well, I want to be standing on the fort at least. 14 damage is a lot. Maybe I'll just simply stand on it and then go from there. Okay. So I think we may want to block the spawn points of all these silver people once we can. I'm going to move Jackie down. She might be useful in some way. Kill this one. Still not enough. Oh. Oops. Okay, I guess time for me to restart. So we're in roughly the same place as before, not quite as far. Delphia got a bunch of lucky crits, so she wiped the floor with everyone except this remaining Wyvern Rider. Might as well wait on the fort, I think. Get the free heal and then next turn visit the village. No one on low health for Bada to really take out just yet. That removes all the Silver Lance people. This Divine is scary. Nice. I was hoping for the crit. I thought at least one of those would be a crit with a 51% chance. And that's basically just not going to hit. Last time I lost my Pallor in danger. So I don't think I want to attack with him. The purge will be more useful for Keegan to have. That shouldn't be enough for Jonas to die. Apparently it is enough for Basil to die, but I don't think there's any reward for keeping him alive. Visiting now. should have gone for the other one because he would have died. Oh well. Arnold can finish him off. But we found he cannot survive against two of these. I should not have moved all my strong units down here to take out other enemies. That was a really bad idea. Excellent. I'm not even in a position where I can do a trade that would be useful. Might as well conserve my producers. I might be in enough of an emergency that it's worth promoting Jackie, so I'll do that. I also haven't had a chance to show her promotion anyway. Still has a pretty bad strength stat. There was no change to it, of course. So the thing is, that's 42 damage, or yeah, 42 damage if they both hit. Which might be okay though. If I kill this is 49 hit, this is 64 hit, so this is higher. If I kill this one, I should be able to survive against the other one. Yeah, you're useless. So I think none of my units will die, at least. But that was unwise for me to go charging forward when I should have been killing the nomads that were there with the silver bows in the faces of my weaker units. Okay, it looks like Keegan nearly died, but he didn't so far. He might be in range of one of the Wyvern Riders though. Oh, he was just out of range of this Wyvern Rider. Okay. Delphia really needs an energy ring if I can get my hands on one. You have a steel blade. You have a steel blade. even better avoid on this peak. So, okay, I won't attack. I'll just stand here. Yeah, that's not great. You have a Woe Dao, so you must die. Goodbye. All of these dudes have silver bows. Bala can promote now, but I want him to stand somewhere safe when he does. That's really good promotion. Well, I mean, all promotions are good, but that one looked really nice. Okay, Jonas needs healing. I've already used all my healers except Esperezi, which he doesn't have anything on him. Could the hand axe actually heal? Should have used my javelin. These nomads are fast. Mortis can't even double them. Well, I prefer Chadwick's not in range of both. Now he's in range of only one. Oh, I should have unequipped Nosferatu so I wasn't so slow. Oh, that reminds me. I need to turn on Echidna's animations because she has custom ones too. Where is she? Delphia. She actually has the highest defense stat of all of these characters. So this really sucks, but I think I need to rescue Chadwick. Doesn't feel very safe. Because Amia could not reach him. Actually, I could have done that better. I think I could have just moved Chadwick down and healed with Amia, but it's too late now. So there's still a million silver bow guys and silver lance guys. I think the silver bow people are more frightening, actually. I don't like how much damage that is. I don't like how much damage this is either. Just hope for a crit, I guess. Okay, I got it. Did this even attack him? I'm not sure. I wish I had the physics staff over here now, but I don't, obviously. I feel I have everyone spread too thin. Okay, we get to see your animation now. I hate that that 34 hit. You need to dodge more of these 30s, Echidna, or you're just gonna die. I think I have to rescue Echidna. She's getting hit way too often. Or combination of being doubled and then these Wyvern Riders actually hitting is really making things difficult. Okay, Hannah has the higher speed. Even if I crit, this is only 24 damage. I think I need everyone to retreat north again. I want to deliberately put Keegan in range where someone might attack him. Okay, I don't think Esperaz can die. Well, there is some crit on this steel blade, so he could. So this Merm should prioritize Spez over Paul and everyone else because he won't attack back. Or, well, yeah, he has the Purge equipped, so he won't attack back. He should live, though. Assuming we don't get crit. The rest of these guys are pretty scary, but I don't think... Well, there's 5 of them. Maybe if they all attacked one person, then they would die. Yeah, that's certainly possible because Hannah has less defense, and now she has only 10 speed. Yeah, I think Hannah is going to be doubled by all these people. So I think I lost then. So because all of these people are going to attack Hannah, they're going to all double her, and then she'll die. So that's my prediction, unfortunately. Okay, how can you attack the village whenever you save them? That might be a game over, actually. I'm not sure if I'm interested in restarting for Spez. I could just let him die and see how things play out. Yeah, I don't recall if we require Spez He might also be a character where he dies and you just keep him anyway. Like how Marcus dies in F7 or something, you don't get game over. If I'm remembering correctly, so I might just play on, at least for now. I am still alive, so that at least is good. Emma's too far away from anyone that I'm particularly interested in healing. Okay. I have so many people close to death, there's like no way of saving them all. Because I only have one elixir to use left. Oh, well now I screwed up my menuing and I can't heal anyone. So I'm even more screwed. I thought I could maybe use the physic, but I'm only C rank still, and then I accidentally menued incorrectly and now I can't heal at all. Keegan doesn't have staff, so he can't help. Okay. Oh! I didn't realize we had a second elixir, so maybe I could have strategized differently. Like, Chadwick could have traded with Paul for one of the 3-use elixir, and then Hannah could have traded with Paul for the 3-use elixir, used it once, and then Hannah could have traded with him, used it again, and Paul could have used the 1-use elixir. So actually, Bada can come here. Use the elixir. Chadwick can come in the forest, trade with Bada, or he can use his elixir. Jonas can win sword this warrior. That might have been dumb though, because oh, so we still have range of these ones that are coming. Take Echidna. Okay, everyone's basically full health here. Well, I think more might spawn from Fork, so I'll stand here. Stand here. Okay, now I think all I can do is cross my fingers. Everyone's basically at full health, so maybe they won't die, but of course we have crits at play. Down here people are lower health, but not as badly off. I could see a very real chance of Hannah dying though with only 18 health against 3. They only need to do 6 damage average, which I think they do well over that. So I guess I need to just hope for dodges. She only has a support with Chadwick who's nowhere nearby. Okay, went for Amia. So far so good. That's pretty safe for me. Maybe I can just hope that they continue to go for Amia. I don't know why they're prioritizing Amia because she can hit back. Okay, so I was able to pull the Merm away, so that's good. Went for Chadwick, please don't crit. Okay, missed, that's also good. That maybe means the warrior will also prioritize Chadwick. Okay, went for Paul, but he missed. And then Echidna can survive this much. Or not. Or maybe not. Maybe in my preparations I need to give Delphia some item that's lighter than the Brave Axe, so that she can give that to Echidna so that Echidna doesn't get doubled so often. Honestly, I don't even need Echidna to hit and do any damage. I just need Echidna to not be doubled. So that's another strategy. I could just trade everything off Echidna and then just... Well, if I trade everything off Echidna, then they won't. If I trade everything off Echidna, then they'll attack her more because she can't attack back. So another thing that might be useful would be to give her a hand axe. So I think that's the best thing I could do, is to give Echidna a hand axe. So I think that's what my strat might be. I'll give Delphia a hand axe for Echidna to equip that somehow. But anyway, I'll move on to restarting now. So I just want to note at the start of this new attempt, I did give Delphia the hand axe, and I swapped Bada out for Achilles. So now I'll start playing the chapter and see how things go. While I was playing through the chapter again, I didn't even make it back to where I was before because Arnold got attacked by a million silver bow dudes and died. So time for another attempt. Alright, I'm just about to end my turn for this turn. I am on turn 5. So I visited the village. I rescued Echidna with Hannah. Her and Delphia are working their way back. Have some Silverlance and Bravelance dudes here, and some Silver Bow dudes here. I have the Elysian Whip, but I haven't promoted Jackie. And yeah, I don't know if there's much more interesting to say, so we'll see what happens on this enemy phase. That Wyvern Rider I injured before, and he has healing AI, so he's running around everywhere. I deliberately put Luke on that tile so that he could get a free kill on one of the Silverlance dudes. I maybe could have put him on a better tile to maybe get all 3 on enemy phase. So I expect to be doubled here. And I was, but I survived, which is what is important. I still don't see... It doesn't seem that Basil's Fortify is really doing any effect. So it looks like I stopped the one Myrmidon from spawning. This Myrmidon, since I think they walk out, they always spawn. But I should be able to eliminate them anyway. Let's turn Kidney's animations on. I would just die, so I won't go for that. But neither of these units should be able to die, I believe. Can't recall if there was crit or not. So alright. Please crit. Thank you. It's the combination of the strength and speed of these nomads that make them so deadly. Like, you can't really one-shot them unless you get crits. And that's the end of that phase of enemies, sort of. Because now we have these two sword masters. We dance for Luke. These guys have range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can dance for Luke. Move him back. Rescue, and then... Oh, I can't take and drop. That's annoying. You have a javelin equipped? Silver Lance would weigh less. I'll go with the 81 hit one. Moved all these guys, so that's the end of that turn. I guess the one I hit is going healer AI now, and the woe down one wasn't able to reach us. Is that one going for Leaf now? That's quite bad, actually. I don't know if I can intercept in time. He'll attack Jacoby first, but then the turn after he'll attack Leaf. Dao guy definitely needs to die. Yeah, I don't like that idea because then I'll get hit by the silver bow guy. Of course. Because one less silver bow guy. You're not in range of the silver lance, so one of you will be hit by the silver bow guy, but you should survive. Delphia is basically useless right now. You don't do well. You really don't do well. That's not good. I'm in range of one, just one silver lance. I don't know if she'll die or not. But Naimi's at greater risk of dying, so these people need to go away. You have a move of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if we rescue with the Echidna, then Echidna would be in range. So I think we just need to count on Emmy living. Could have rescued 9 though, and that would have, yeah, I should have rescued 9. Oh well, that's the end of the turn. I'm still pretty worried that Leaf is going to die. It's the stupid healing AI. He would never have been at risk if the healing AI hadn't gone so far north and then seen, oh, Leaf over here is worth killing. Okay, maybe Amio would have died if both of those had landed. He went for Achilles because Achilles could do no damage. So the thing is, I think the AI will see that Lethal can do no damage to this Wyvern Rider, and then it'll attack Leaf, and then that'll be the end. Well, they can't both make it. You are an A rank in lances. Takes out that Wyvern Rider. Who has a better crit chance? 52 versus 33. These guys, oh, you have more health. So Nami has better avoid on this peak. And Echidna would have better avoid, or on the mountain rather. So Echidna also would have better avoid there. So I'll put her there as well. Which also means now I can... Well, if I hit with both attacks, that would have killed this Wyvern Rider. I think both will go after Basil, and I think he'll survive. He's pretty strong. So I think I'll go for healing. Can I heal? Spez. So I predict that Leaf will die. They could prioritize Jacoby, but I think it's going to be Leaf who will die. I might just play through the chapter. I know it's always a unique challenge to try to keep the Leaf alive for the entire chapter, and I'd like to be able to do that. Again though, if there had been no healing AI, then the AI would have never thought it was worth heading this way at all, which is really lame. Okay, there is a possibility that Norris or Jonas will die from the combination of these magic people and these bow people and these javelin heavy spear people. But if they don't, then I actually successfully beat the chapter. Okay, so far we haven't been attacked. Okay, so I was able to bait this Wyvern Rider away like I thought. It's one less for these people to try to survive. Norris is safe against the magic because he's high res. Norris dodged that attack, which I think might have been critical. Because he's going to kill this one, the other one's going to have an opportunity to attack, and if they both did 17 damage and they both hit, then he would have died. Achilles served as bait for that one, so we're safe there. Jonas dodged that, so we're safe there, and I think that's it. And this doesn't pose enough of a threat. Neither does this. Okay, so I beat the chapter, which is great. I don't like that Leaf didn't survive, so I may replay this. But for now, I'm gonna save state and read this dialogue. I don't like this. Fog is rolling in and the sun is going down. We'll be picked apart if they keep coming and we can't see. Everyone, we have no choice but to pull back into the manor. Fall back! Everyone fall back! If we had the opportunity to fall back, I would have gladly taken it much earlier. Butler, if you value your life, come inside with us. Sir Chadwick, I cannot. My lord, he must be coming back. He must not have abandoned his villages, his people. I cannot believe that he has forsaken us. I'm sorry, but it's looking like he has. I don't know what Bern is doing here, but William is long gone. Go. My lord may have failed his people, but I will not. I will buy you some time. Perhaps I can bargain with these barbarians. It's not possible to repel such numbers. We can't save these villages. We're not heroes. We're not heroes. You are correct. I am a mere butler. Nevertheless, the people need to see that this mere butler gave his all. I guess the idea is the option to retreat inside William's mansion, castle, whatever, was always on the table for the Black Fang, but they were opting not to do that to try to save all the villagers. But now it's gone to the point where they're giving up on that strategy. So I guess that does make me feel better about the idea of we didn't retreat right away, given how difficult this chapter is. The people need to see that this mere butler gave his all. But I never got your name. Basil, sir. You're a good man, Basil. I understand, sir. You have your rabble, your family to attend to. These trinkets, please take them. Oh, it looks like I do get a reward from keeping Basil alive then. Right? Or did he die? I'm not sure. I pray this be penance for years of privilege and indifference. Dedication to a lord who holds no love for his people. So we get an Atros pin. Oh, is that it? Trinkets plural, but we only got one trinket from what I could tell. Anyway. You rodent! You dared defy the might of Bern. We're getting into that castle, and when we do, we'll burn it all down. And we won't stop there. King Desmond will burn all of Etruria in the end. Please have mercy on them. Died quicker than I'd hoped. Men to me! At the ready, Commander. We must take this castle swiftly. We cannot afford a siege. The Etrurian stooge prince will be arriving before long. He must not know what machinations his father has in play. He will run to his Etrurian whore of a mother if he knew. She will protect her Etrurian kin. So I went through and I replayed the chapter because I didn't want Leaf to die because of the eventual reward that you can get if Leaf never dies in any of the chapters. And now I'm going to play that back at 4 times speed to show my quote-unquote winning run, because none of the playable characters die in this playthrough of the map. One thing I want to note first is I chose to bench Paul because I tried replaying this multiple times. I think it took me like another 3 or 4 attempts of failing, and then I just gave up on trying to have both Paul and Jackie participate in this chapter, just because I was finding my units that were trying to tank all the hits were getting hit too often, and I thought it would be easier if I could bring Arnold instead of Paul, so I only got the Elysian Whip instead of the Stiletto. I think given enough attempts, I probably could have gotten lucky enough / smart enough that I could beat the level and get both rewards for bringing Paul and Jackie, but it was really proving to be more of a time investment than I really wanted to give. And I've probably spoken too much already, so let's get into it. Click. So yeah, we start out, I send Jonas to go get a silver sword, and then I start sending Hannah and Delphia to the east. And then as you see there, I had the conversation between Chadwick and Jackie to get the Elysian Whip. Then the 2 green units joined and I recruited Spez. This is going quite fast. Maybe I should have done 3 times speed instead of 4 times. Anyway, so we took out that monk with his siege tome, and I believe he also has a physic. I'm sending some people up north to block the spawn points for the warrior and fighter reinforcements, because those are problematic because the warrior is quite strong, especially if my weak units are in the back, which they typically are, and the fighter, I believe, is the one with the killer axe, so I didn't want to run the risk of any crits killing my units. So if I just stand on those 2 tiles, then that basically prevents those units from spawning. So the rest of this chapter, I mostly do all the fighting with Jonas, Arnold, and Luke, and Norris. Norris is great for killing mages and also for critting basically everything, which sometimes has its detriments. When you crit someone, that means it's an opportunity on enemy phase for another unit to attack, whereas if you don't crit them on enemy phase, then that unit is sort of like a meat shield. No one else can occupy the tile to reach you, unless of course they can attack you with range. I also tried to use Achilles as much as I could to try to get multiple heals in per turn or multiple actions for one of my other units. So now I got the bolting tome there, and then I swapped all of the items that Spez comes with, all of his tomes, to Amia because she's much more better at using them. Spez is like, he has horrible magic, especially for the strength of the enemies that we're fighting. Some of the biggest challenges in this level were the Silverbow Nomads that have just crazy speed. And then also the Iron Lance soldiers. So that's most of what I can think of off the top of my head to talk about. Spez also went north to stand around with Jonas and Paul, just so he'd be safe away from everything. And I think at some point I have Jackie or someone stand at one of the spawn points of the Steelblade Myrmidons, which are a bit of a problem, but not nearly as problematic as all the reinforcements to the south. Another thing that caused a lot of issues for me, well, maybe not that many issues, is I wasn't sure if I got the Atros pin before when I did beat the level the other time when Leaf died. I couldn't recall exactly if the butler guy of William had survived and if that was why I got the Atros pin or not. So what's annoying with him as a green unit is sometimes he walks south just for what felt like no reason, and put him at greater risk. So you saw there at one point I rescued him and brought him back to the north to get him out of the way of danger. When we went to the east and grabbed Echidna, I found sort of an optimal strategy for killing all the units on the way there, so that's pretty safe coming back. But you did see I did need to bring Hannah back west for a bit so that I could heal her with Nime. I guess another difficulty with this chapter was the Brave Sword and Wo Dao sword masters. So they were at first I was super afraid of them. I realized towards the end of the chapter that their strength isn't actually that high. For example, at one point in this, I think it'll go too quickly for you to really see it, but at one point Jonas, actually it might have been just there, Jonas can be crit by one of the sword masters and live through the crit. So I don't think I needed to be as afraid of them as I was, because some of my units have enough defense that they can just tank that. But it was still pretty worrisome at the time. So Luke is sort of best for taking out the Silverlance guys because he has axes which give him the weapon triangle advantage against them. And he has enough strength and speed that he can double and kill them even without a crit. The problem... Oh, I guess in this playthrough I covered the tile with Echidna rather than with Jackie because I knew Echidna was strong enough to actually attack the Myrmidons so that they couldn't hurt any of my squishy units at the back. And then, yeah, this chapter, I don't think there's too much exciting to say. You just sort of block some of the spawn points that would make it harder to keep your squishy units at the back safe, and then with the units that are strong enough to actually take hits and stuff, you don't want to cross below the bridges because then you end up getting you get too spread apart and you can't really control things. And honestly, I think an even better strategy could potentially be to use the bottleneck, the one tile bottleneck beside the village. Maybe if I tried that strategy, I could have gotten away with getting both rewards with the 2 units that I hadn't really trained. At this point, you can see I realized maybe I should go get a couple things from the vendor since I can afford to, because I picked some things up at the armory, but then I hadn't gone to the vendor yet and it was safe to do so. So I went ahead and did that. One thing I noticed in this chapter is that Delphia's strength is sort of pretty abysmal compared to some of my heavy hitters. She has a really hard time taking out the Wyvern riders, sometimes even when she's getting crits. And then, yeah, I don't think there's too much else to say. Like I said, it's just sort of one of the hardest parts is getting Echidna, and then the rest of the time you want to turtle as much as you can and just make sure you never expose any weak units, because that's how I was repetitively dying in my other attempts to get a winning run. I would always make a mistake where there's just one unit that was open to like 2 or 3 attacks that I didn't consider that. I didn't check the enemy ranges properly, and it was my downfall. You can see I said you shouldn't really go below the bridge. I sort of break that rule here a bit and get away with it. I think the reason I did that was sort of because I saw we were nearing the turn 13, and on turn 13 that's the last turn you need to survive. You know, just trying to proactively have fewer red units to deal with. You can see after failing the chapter so often, I was getting a little hesitant. I was like, oh, before we finish this turn, I'm gonna check the health on everyone. I think even in this run as well, there might have been a time where one of my units could have died. Actually, I think a couple times in these last turns, I was really afraid that one of my units would bite the dust. And I think there might have been a couple times where if all the enemies had landed, they would have for sure died. Again, maybe playing this at 3 times speed might have been better than playing at 4 times speed. You'd be able to see a bit more of what exactly I'm doing. But I feel like this video is going to be well over an hour once I've edited everything and published stuff. I don't know if there's really any opportunities for cutting too much content. And this might roughly be the last turn. I I did, when I was recording this winning run, unfortunately, I had to take a minute to deal with some food that I was preparing. And I did lose a small part of the footage, but it's only moving 2 units. Yeah. And I do feel good about being able to beat this chapter save stateless. Because it was a... this is a really difficult chapter. I know I've said this multiple times, but the game continues to go up in difficulty, and this is probably the hardest chapter to this point. A runner-up, or maybe a harder chapter, is the one with the Spindle Falcon Knights. And you really can't afford to play this chapter really with unpromoted units, or at least they can only really hide. They can't really participate to too much of a degree. And you saw on that turn, I got so worried about losing. I'd come so far, and I was like, I really don't want to play the entire chapter again one more time. And you saw I rescued a bunch of my units that were probably safe, but I rescued them anyway and ran off with them. Alright, that's the end of chapter 15, and the next chapter will be chapter 16, Alger Mortis. I'll see you in the next video.